Hello, my name is Mike. Today I talk about iron metabolism relationship with dementia. So, dementia is neurodegenerative disease, and Alzheimer is the most common one, but it's not represent all. There are another three kinds of dementia that be listed in the medical term, such as vascular dementia, Lewy body, known as Parkinson, and frontal-temporal dementia. So, what dementia affect on Australia is that it's a heavy burden on both patient, their family, as well as society, as it's the second leading cause of death and a third leading cause of disability burden. The Australian National Dementia have estimated that the spending of 18 billion by 2026, and if there's no medical breakthrough, the prediction 1 million people with dementia by 2058. So, what about what does iron metabolism in the body? So it bring a lot of health benefit for the human body, and of course, if your body get in low iron, that is what will happen. So how about the specific iron metabolism in brain? So iron metabolism provide a balanced and safe environment for complex electron transfer reaction to occur and reduce reactive oxygen species, which can lead to degradation of DNA, protein, as well as loss of lipid, pre-oxidation, and cellular death. And like a balanced equivalent, any disruption to the equation of brain iron will have effect upon the human body, such as the diagram I am showing you guys. And especially for the aging people whose body are not able to process iron in the same rate as they are young, so they have a lot of various neural disease, and again one of the most common is dementia. But at the same time, that is a key to find that to understand the response for neurodegenerative disease. So we do understand that Alzheimer's disease occurs in elderly population, but it's not part of aging program, and it used to be detected by just looking at symptoms such as lost recent memory or even trace back to the family history. And here we have the picture on the left is an Alzheimer's person brain, and on the right is a same age but just healthy person. So now with the medical by detecting brain iron level, so it will have less invasive and target a specific area of brain, so it can recognize for early detection of AD. And Jun Lin Lu and his group that point out that by consider using a iron chelator to reduce the excess of iron in the brain of AD patient, but he says that it's not for universal treatment, because in order to penetrate the blood-brain barrier, that the iron chelator should be harvested and created out of patient cell. So he proposed another protein such as alpha lipoic acid, LA, and lactoferrin to bind the iron. So LA is come from compounds that naturally synthesized in mammal, and LF is a glycoprotein present in various secretion like milk, saliva. So those two proteins seem to work similar like iron chelator, and he proposed that to research into that two protein. And we have a similar research with iron metabolism from Mr. Satoru and his group, that it is working, but it's not a long-term treatment, and some cases that it may even take iron away from another normal cell. So they propose that using a chelator iron with monoamine oxidase MAO to reduce the negative effect of the chelator alone. However, if we are just look at the MAO alone, then it contribute to neurotoxicity. So he and his group strongly suggest that must be a tight control over the amount of MAO during the treatment. And he also pointed out that in the brain there is not only the neural cell but also glial cell that at the same time maintain with iron flux. So he strongly recommend any treatment graph must be considered about those two cells together. And what about the iron metabolism and other neural disease? So we have Parkinson's disease caused by dopaminergic neuronal cell death in substenonica that also contain a protein known as intracytoplasmic, which is Lewy body dementia, and another is amyotrophy lateral sclerosis (ALS). We observe that excess an iron level in the central nervous system of patient can lead to inflammation, microglia activation, and oxidative damage in the brain tissue. And we have this guy, Muhammad Ali, who was now living and fighting against Parkinson's disease, and we have Mr. Stephen Hawking, who now have passed away but have survived more than 50 years with this disease. And in conclusion, iron metabolism is part of the body. Observing it, working in the body, open the new path for treatment for neuro disease and various more. Applies iron chelation in order to make the iron homeostatic balance in the brain for dementia patient. But a brain of human is still a mystery for medical research to study, so we need to treat it with caution for every new discovery.